impact your finances now, as there have been warnings from insurance companies for anyone looking to buy an electric car.
Yeah, with sales booming, newer, cheaper brands have been flooding the forecourts in recent years. But lower sticker prices don't necessarily mean lower premiums, as presenter Otis Daly has been finding out.
Owning and running a car has never been more expensive, so UK motorists are snapping up cheaper Chinese brands. This year, they have accounted for 1 in 7 new UK cars and 12.7% of all UK electric vehicle sales last year.
Whether they're electric, hybrid or even petrol, there are so many new makes and models on our roads, it can be difficult to keep up. So, here in Liverpool, how much do motorists know about these new vehicles? And have they even heard of them?
I'm going to show people pictures of the Chinese-made Jaecoo, BYD, Omoda, XPeng and Skywell cars, just some of the brands now on sale in the UK.
Sophie, can you tell me if you recognise any of these car brands?
I don't recognise that one.
Okay, that one's Skywell.
Okay.
Then we've got...
Armada, yes,
Yeah.
I recognise that one.
You've seen that one about,
Yes.
okay. How about this one?
No.
Nope. That's XPeng.
No.
Okay, next we have...
Oh, okay, I have seen this one, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Is
Okay.
it just by the initials?
So
or?
BYD,
Right, okay.
and then...
Jaecoo,
You
yes,
know how to
very
pronounce it.
popular.
All of those brands are from one particular country. Do you know which one that is?
No.
They're all from China.
Oh, okay. So they're definitely pushing their way through into the marketplace.
The influx of new models and the explosion of their popularity is changing the landscape of the car market.
But as more drivers choose cars that are manufactured outside the UK with parts that might not be so readily available, some insurers are reluctant to cover them. And what this means is that not all customers are seeing the savings they hoped for.
In March this year, the UK's best-selling car was the Jaecoo 7, which caught the eye of 49-year-old Chris Hornby from Liverpool, who was looking for a new car to lease.
What were the things about the Jaecoo that made you think, yeah, that's the car we're going to go for?
A lot of the tech that was on board, lots of bells and whistles there. It was a bit of a punt that we thought, you know, it is the unknown.
When it came to looking at insurance for the car, were there any challenges there?
It was a bit harder to get quotes for the Jaecoo. Not as many options were coming up. We put that down to being a new car. The premiums, they were more expensive. Some wouldn't insure at all, or the ones that would offer it, it'd be like astronomical.
So, if you can find insurance for your EV, on average the premium is likely to be 25% higher than a petrol or diesel model. Sam White, the founder and CEO of motor insurance company Stella, explains why this is.
Sam, why can it be costly and sometimes difficult to get car insurance for new EVs?
We price everything based on data and information, and when they're new to the market, that hasn't quite filtered through. And insurers, if they don't have the information, will tend to work on being a little bit more cautious, and as a result, they will probably charge more for the premium to start with.
This missing data includes the cost of repairs, the availability of parts, and how long it will be off the road for. But the heart of any EV, the battery, poses its own problem.
So the battery itself is probably 30 to 50% of the value of the car.
Right.
And even a small amount of damage and they can write the vehicle off.
As well as premiums, Sam, have excesses gone up as well?
Yeah, the excesses are unfortunately often higher. To be fair, that is to balance the cost of the premium. So insurers often use a higher excess to bring the cost of premium down.
Chris did eventually find an insurance policy with his existing insurer, so signed up to a 2-year lease paying £317 per month for a new Jaecoo 7 with a deposit of £2,856. But in December last year, Chris was involved in a no-fault accident in his new Jaecoo.
It was one day I was driving home from work and a car just went into the side of me, just a rear passenger door. Like severely damaged.
Right.
We knew that that needed a replacement. So we were worried from stories we'd seen from groups that people were saying the cars have been getting just written off because of how hard it had been to like source parts and get hold of parts.
What happened then, Chris, once the insurance company took over?
They arranged for the body shop to come and take the car away, so that was within a few days that happened.
But Chris's worst fears were realised, with the body shop struggling to get parts to repair the car. 5 months after the accident, he still doesn't have his car back.
We're getting to the point now where we haven't had the car longer than we have had the car.
Yeah.
It's just become like a nightmare now, really. You know, it's where we feel like we've been a guinea pig because they haven't had the right infrastructure in place and the support there to make sure these parts are available.
Where are you with insurance renewals currently as well?
My renewal quote recently just came through in the last week. That had gone up since last year. That's with another year and no claims on top of that as well.
And Chris is still paying the £317 a month for a lease on a car that he can't drive. So, if you're thinking of taking a punt on a new brand of electric car, Sam has the following advice.
First port of call, go to the price comparison sites, see what the price of that vehicle is combined with the lease, and play around. Like, different models actually have different costs from an insurance viewpoint and a different cost from a lease viewpoint. Combination of the two might still work for you, but you want to understand what those numbers are before you sign on the dotted line.
Yeah.
You can get information from things like forum groups. You know, there's a lot of forums set up specifically around insurance costs on electric cars, and they can give you a bit of advice for specialist insurers, because some insurers aren't actually on price comparison sites, but they may still be able to give you a really good rate.
Less than half of new cars registered in the UK are now made in Britain. And there has never been more choice when it comes to buying a new car.
We're a country made up of people who come from all over the world, and so do our cars, it would seem. That gives us a huge range of choice, technologies and prices. But don't be dazzled by shiny features. Make sure you check cost of insurance and whether or not it's easy to get repairs before you buy. That way you stay in the driver's seat.
Exactly that. Thank you, Otis. And of course, we wish Chris the best outcome with the issues that he's been having too. In response to the film, brands Omoda and Jayco told us that they are investing in building a robust UK customer support and after-sales network, recognising they need to move faster in some areas to meet demand.
Yeah, they said that they have expanded teams, improved logistics, increased parts availability and warehouse capacity, and introduced parts super hubs with accident repair stock dispatched within 48 hours.
They go on to say that they work with industry and insurance providers to ensure vehicles are insurable. Customers awaiting parts or repairs can get updates from their local Omoda or Jayco retailer.